I promise you, even if I teach you nothing in the next hour, you'll probably learn more than you would have at school today. So, but I want an essay at the end of the day. What? Is there a heckler? What about public education? I'm a product of public education, which is why I didn't have a really good job till I was about 45. That was Georgia, DeKalb County. Yeah. My daughter right now is in the 7th grade and is doing math. She comes to me and I'm like, I've never seen any of this. Public school. I can't help you. How's lunch? That's the biggest freaking lunchbox I've ever seen in my life. It's like an attaché case of lunch. Last time I did, I've only done one lunch event before, and it was one of those TED Talks. You heard of those TED Talks? Have you ever been to a TED Talk? Yeah. I don't understand what the hell they're talking about. But they serve lunch, and they have their forks and things in a bag that is made specifically to crinkle louder than any other material of that size and shape. So for an hour and a half, it's like... It's kind of like living inside static. Anyway, it's our first lunchtime event. I told them, I begged them, don't do it. Nobody's going to come. I was right. See? So, a couple of empty seats here. But thank you for coming. I guess this means maybe we'll do it again next year. And of course, we have the evening event. It's the second annual Serve and Protect event. There we got Serve and Protect. I think we're the only sustainable seafood program in the United States that features a knife and fork along with the fish. Some people have suggested that it's not really suitable to the mission. I, however, believe it's completely, absolutely crucial public education to the mission, because it's only by eating more fish that we'll actually find ourselves preserving more fish. There's a logic there, and I promise you at the end of the hour you will understand it if you don't now. I want to talk a little bit about the program. I'm hoping that most of you are from the local area and are a little bit familiar with what we did last year, what the entire idea behind Serve and Protect is. And I've got just a couple of slides here. I promise this won't be like a PowerPoint presentation at school, but I knew there'd be some school kids here, and I didn't want them to feel, like they were too far outside of the, educational arena, so to speak. So, Serve and Protect is all about sustainability, making seafood, making the animals that live in the ocean, now oceans themselves. When I say oceans, I also mean the waterways connected to them, like the beautiful river that we have near steps from this building. But it's really about keeping them going, keeping them healthy, and making sure that the resources that we pull out of them will be there for us later, our children, our grandchildren, and maybe a few other generations down the line after that. I don't really care about them. They're not going to remember me anyway. But I sure would like my daughter to be able to eat something besides krill on her pizza when she's my age. And there have been some pretty scary studies that show that that could, eventually be what happens if we don't pay a little bit more attention. Of course, when people ask me to explain what sustainability is when we're dealing with seafood, it's a really difficult question because we've got all of these issues involved. It's probably the most complicated ecological issue facing us as a species, really, is this idea of looking at something as vast as the water on this planet and how to make it sustainable and how to make everything that comes out of it sustainable. The things that I've jotted down here is just kind of the tip of the iceberg. But you're dealing with a very complex problem that involves a lot of people, mostly with conflicting interests and definitely conflicting viewpoints